Hey guys, and welcome back. I survived another 100 days in my hardcore world. But before this video starts, if you're not subscribed yet, but you do like my content, then please consider subscribing. It's completely free and it helps me out a lot. Anyways, enjoy! Alright, day 701. I moved my beacon to a different place. I will eventually move it back to where it was originally placed, but for now I wanted to have it somewhere else. I wanted to transform this place since right now it looks a little bit lame. So the next few days I was working on making this place look a little bit better.
Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. Get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. So let us dance this night away.
Right, so I went to my gold farm to mend my pickaxe and shovel. Once in a while I have to place a new turtle egg, so I did that first before I started killing the pigmen. Okay, so I have a few big projects in mind, and for that I needed shulker boxes. I already have a decent amount, but it's nowhere near enough for what I need. So I went to the end and I started raiding entities. I of course took the loot with me and the elytras. Maybe one day I can find a good use for them. I found around 5 or 6 cities, a few small ones and then like 3 big ones. I got at least a stack of shulker shells, but I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. Oh yeah, I spawned back at my spawn because I broke my bed, which was my spawn point. Yeah, that wasn't really smart of me to do. So on day 729 I had to fly home first, which took quite a while, but eventually I got home, and when I was home I made a few shulker boxes and also gave them a color. After that I started working on the ocean monument. Okay, so the small part of the transformation is now done. I need to gather all the stuff needed for the big parts. I first started with gathering the items for 2 flower farms, and once I got it, I started making the farms. I need purple dye, so for one farm was mixed flowers and the other one was for red dye. My flower farm didn't make a lot of blue flowers, so I went mining for lapis since that also can be made into blue dye. Next thing I need was purple wool, so the next few days I started working on a automatic wool farm under my barn. Okay, the wool farm is done, so I decided to farm carrots. 2 reasons. I thought I was running out of carrots, which I later found out wasn't true, I just couldn't find them. Second reason, I just wanted to do something nearby my wool farm, because why not, right? Next day I went to my gold farm to mend my pickaxe, and I then went mining for glowstone in the nether. I need 5 sugar boxes full, but after 3 days I low-key gave up. Yeah. I thought having a guardian farm was going to be faster. Don't worry, I learned from that. But yeah, I started making a easy guardian farm. Yeah, so I don't like being AFK, but for some reason I still did it anyway. At first I thought the results were decent, and I later realized I wasted a few days, but here's what I thought about it. This is what I get from like, I don't know, it's 2 days that I've been farming. 2 days, 2 full days, and I've got this. And this is 3 days, I believe, of AFK, and this is what I got. So I think I'm just gonna go with the whole thing of going into the nether. It's just, this isn't working. So like I said, farming glowstone would still be the better option. So I spent a decent amount of hours on getting glowstone. It's a pretty boring thing to do, and I had a moment where I did something stupid, but beside that, nothing really happened, so there's not really much I can add to this. After some time, I finally got the amount of glowstone needed, so I made a portal out of this place and I spawned 20,000 blocks away from my home. Now I know, okay, traveling through the nether is the fastest way, but I was done with that place, okay? I didn't want to go back there for another few days, okay? So, yeah, I just decided to fly home those 20,000 blocks, because why not, right? I mean, come on, I found really cool places. Like, I found this cool mountain, I found this cool Badlands biome, so like, I don't think there's anything wrong with my decisions here. Now that I'm finally home, it was time to get something I wanted for a long time, and that is Efficiency 5 books. I went to the trading hall, and after some time I got the Efficiency 4 book trades. Good enough for me. Like, I'm fine with that. So with the leftover emerald blocks that I had, I bought 4 books and I then combined them. Now I got 2 Efficiency 5 books and I put them on both of my pickaxes. This is gonna be very useful soon. I also went to my gold farm to mend my tools. And after that, I already made a few purple concrete blocks with the materials that I already have. But I of course needed more, like 4 shulker boxes full. Yeah. I needed gravel, and to avoid getting flint out of it, I had to make a silk touch shovel. So I got all the needed books and put the enchants on a new shovel. I also of course made it netherite. Had to look for a desert, but I came across this pretty biome and I don't know, I just wanted to share it, cause why not, right? I mean, it looks pretty. Anyways, I got myself 2 shulker boxes full with sand. That should be enough for the concrete. After that, I got myself 2 boxes of gravel. A good thing I have a mountain biome nearby. It made it definitely easier to get and faster. I got everything I needed, so I made everything into purple concrete. I got 4 boxes full and 4 stacks extra, so in case I lose something, I always have a little bit extra. Next thing I need is purple wool carpets. So I thought this was actually the fastest thing to get on the list, but I was wrong about that. But I thought it was a good idea to smelt 4 boxes of sand while at the farm. And it was a good idea, of course, but sadly when everything was smelted into glass, I didn't even have enough purple carpet to fill 1 box. So yeah, we're gonna have to sit there a while. Anyways, next 3 days I was just gathering sand, since I need a lot of that as well. I already wanted to make a start at my ocean monument, but before I went there, I had to mend my tools once again. And before I start mining, I had to get rid of the Guardian farm first, so let's get started. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but this part of the replay doesn't work. So I'ma just tell you about my my plans and what I have to do here. Yeah. So my ocean monument is on Y level 34, and I need to dig this entire circle to Y level 17. And on that layer I'm going to place the glowstone, which brings us to Y level 18. And from that level I need to add 8 layers of purple glass with like one block every time in between them, which eventually brings us up to 34 again. But before I add those 8 layers, I also have to dig out the walls on the same level as the glasses when you like look at the ocean monument, because there needs to be purple concrete. So it is a lot of work, but of course gotta get started first with digging out the circle, which is a bit of an annoying thing to do because there is caves under there with water in it, so I have to drain a little bit there as well. On day 800, I decided to mend my tools since they were all pretty much broken, and sadly it was raining, so it's pretty hard to see the sun go down, but like, just pretend there is a sun there, okay? Like, just imagine it. Anyways, cheers to another 100 days, guys.